Yeah, without a doubt. I'm just getting a dab ready because your boy needs to get lit.
Heidi ho, and what do you know? Welcome back to the All Funk No Bunk podcast, guys. Happy to have you with another week with us. Oh,
by the way, let's just start off first fucking thing.
Okay, yeah,
Can we just start off first fucking thing that y'all are probably gonna be watching this on Friday?
Oh yeah.
Let's just start there.
Yeah, cause we gonna start releasing Thursday and Friday, and when I say Thursday and Friday, I mean we gonna release on WeedTube on Thursdays.
For the homies that support the homies.
Yep, because we want y'all to support WeedTube, because we support WeedTube, because they support us. They ain't gonna fucking delete our shit for no goddamn reason.
And just throwing this out there, I know almost nothing about actual WeedTube, like, as far as, like, how it started and, you know, blah, 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 stuff like that. But I will say that from what I know, they seem to be the only platform that really encourages cannabis use.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're going to show some support where, you know, they're supporting cannabis users and cannabis, you know, digital creators and stuff.
Right,
and we want to fucking put our shit where people support us and care.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know, I mean, we've talked about it before. That's the reason we back the sponsors that we back. That's the reason that, we want to do the WeedTube and stuff, you know, just because it's become so much more apparent to me, for sure, as I've gotten older, that where I spend my time and my money shows who I support and what I support. You know, in the long run.
Your dollar is huge on where you spend your money is huge on what you support.
Absolutely. So yeah, just early on Thursdays, 4:20 Thursdays, catch us there. We it's really easy to make an account on WeedTube too, because it's just a quick, you know, email, password, blah-de-da-de-da.
Email, password, username.
Just subscribe right to us. It's nothing crazy. It's really nothing you haven't done before, so we'd love to see you on there.
It's just another app, just like, you know what I mean? You have Twitter and Instagram and everything else. You just pop it in the same folder, and then just know that...
I actually know, too, just as a slight brief history, that it was originally created from... YouTubers that had all of their content deleted. There was six, just rough number here, 6 YouTubers or something that had all of their content pages deleted with thousands and thousands of followers. And so they wound up making this platform for that very reason. So they come right from the situation that, you know, a lot of us are familiar with, you know, having trouble advertising.
Dude, I mean, literally industry. One of my favorite fucking, I don't want to call it a podcast because it's totally not, but it's just a dude talking, so it kind of is.
Sure.
But he doesn't ever call it a podcast or anything. It's not like a podcast. But one of my favorite things that I love watching on YouTube is this guy named X Code, and I don't know, maybe he'll see this and fucking shout out because you're hilarious. But it's literally just this kid that's probably our age or maybe a year or two older, and he literally just essentially tells stories about all the stupid shit he did when he was a kid and in high school and stuff, like smoking weed and tripping acid and doing all the stupid shit that he did and he had I'm talking, this is a dude that was in YouTube, in the YouTube game before YouTube was a fucking thing. This dude was making YouTube videos when YouTube fucking came out. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing this forever. He had 800 videos or something on his YouTube and stuff. Fucking delete. Gone. Gone. Dunzo. You know, and to be fair, I don't think that YouTube themselves deleted all of them, but I do know he was talking about it where he had 2 strikes or something, guideline strikes, and third one, they literally just F your fucking shit. So he just took them all off, and you can't private them either. You know what I'm saying? If you put it on private, it doesn't stop them from caring about community guidelines because no one can see it but you. It's still there, and they can still fuck your shit up because of it. So he had to literally take down all of his. He took them all down, every last fucking one. No. So now he has a Patreon or something like that where you can subscribe for $1 a month or something, and you can see all those original videos he uploaded.
Oh, that's cool. There. That's cool.
So, but I mean, it's fucking insane. Could you imagine, dude? I mean, he literally was doing this a passion of his. I mean, he's making videos way the fuck back in the day, way back in the day.
Yeah, for fucking ever. Oh shit! Shout out to the sponsors. Sorry, guys. Happiest Hour. Thank you so much. We got our lavender lemonade, terp infused, linalool heavy, terpenoline, some carotene in there, a little limonene, nice little kick to the day. I swear to God, when I drink these two, it gives me almost like extra psychedelic experience to my like,
I agree.
My highs. Like nothing like super crazy where I'm out of my mind, but it does make me have a more intense visual and a heavier tingle and feel.
It reminds me more of when you were like 15 and you smoked weed and you looked out at the field and all the grass was blowing in the wind and you were like,
and you could just see it all. Yeah,
that's what it reminds me
of.
of.
Or the trees when they would like ruffle through and you'd be like fucking tripping balls or whatever. Yeah, and you're just like, oh, it looks beautiful. Anyway, thank you, Happiest Hour. Shout out to MMG, always smoking down on the good. Local favorites. Thank you guys. Delicious. The Medical Marijuana Group. You guys are the shit.
Flower and Concies on point.
Just on point, for sure. Aces, Concies, and then MMG Flower. Blackwater, keep an eye out for that. The
Leroy TK.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff.
Tits.
Dutch Treat.
The Dutch Treat.
They're just killing it, man. All their strains.
I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing over there, but that Dutch Treat is something else. And it's not even really like, I gotta say, it's not even really my cup of tea necessarily. I'm super into like the earthy type of, you know what I'm saying, woodsy, musky type of smelling and tasting weeds and stuff, and just in general, not even just with weed. I like bitter flavors. I love beer. I love, you know what I'm saying, things like that. I'm really on like the bitter side, but that shit is so sweet and so tasty, dude. It is fucking hard not to like it.
I agree. I do agree. 110%.
Fucking hard not to like it.
Yeah, it's been it's always going for us. We've just been busy. But I know one of the things that I wanted to kind of bring up today, and I haven't told Nick about this or anything. He'll be hearing all this for the first time, at least I think, unless he already knows the story. But I wanted to talk about something that's actually super relevant to Nevada. And I had no idea until I read about this, but I want to talk a little bit about Gorilla Glue. Or I should say now Original Glue, but Gorilla Glue the strain.
Right.
How long did you think Gorilla Glue had been around?
My best guess would be, the year is it
2020.
I would say 20 years.
See, okay, so I was 110% in a very similar situation. I thought it'd been around since like maybe the late 90s or somewhere in the 90s.
Exactly. I was thinking late 90s, early 2000s.
Somewhere in there, right?
Right when California went medical. It got really big in the United States right around then, you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
That's what I thought, too. I thought Gorilla Glue was like, has been a staple, you know what I mean? And it just kind of goes to show, you know, how,
to be fair, I've only been smoking weed for 15 years.
That's what I was about to say.
So it's like,
I was about to say, to be fair, you know, it's this is just interesting because it shows how little information there is on a lot of this stuff. But Gorilla Glue was really, you know, came across it not until I believe it was like 2015.
What? Get the fuck out!
Swear to God,
that's insane.
Swear to God.
I guess now that you say that, though, I think about it. I'm really trying to put myself in 2015. 2014, I lived in Denver.
Okay.
And I was buying weed over there. And I don't remember buying Gorilla Glue.
Yeah. Dude, and like I said, I was on the same boat, 100%. I thought.
Now that 15, you say that, I do not remember buying. I can specifically remember buying a ton of Kong strain from and Kong crosses because that was super popular over there.
Okay.
And then also I remember buying the ones that everyone knows, you know, the Green Crack, the OG Kush, you know.
Right, your typical things you always catch at the just, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the staple. The
staple strains, yeah.
Staple strains.
I don't actually ever remember buying Gorilla Glue over there, though.
That's exactly.
Not saying that I didn't, but I don't remember.
Right. And so it turns out, so it's a pretty recent strain, right? That's been developed and grown, and the cultivator, the cultivator of its name is Josey Wales.
That name sounds so fucking familiar. Why do I know that person?
So funny that you just said that. Because it's actually a moniker. It's not his real name.
Okay.
Josey Wales is from a Clint Eastwood movie.
Oh, okay.
Where he's like it's like a 50s, he's an outlaw.
Yeah. And no, for sure. I know that name. Like, I'm like, I know that name from somewhere. I thought it was a musician or something.
Shit. And then it was him and it was Josey Wales and then Lottie. Oh, man.
Lottie Da?
No, God, I wish.
That would be hilarious.
That would be pretty fucking hilarious, actually. But,
oh, yeah, Josey Wales and Lottie Da. You know, Lottie Da. Oh. Everyone knows Lottie Da.
Everybody knows Lottie Da.
You know Lottie. You know, Lottie Da.
But yeah, it was, I'm going to kill myself for this. But anyway, him and another partner, they were just growing some sour diesel lineage. You know, is essentially what they said.
Some sour diesel something.
And some chem lineage that they were working on. And they walked into the tent one day and they had accidentally hermied, you know, they're seeded essentially each other and crossbred on accident. And you know, they really weren't too happy with it, but because it's not what they wanted at the time, but right. They let it kind of go to fruition, pulled some seeds from it, really didn't, you know, do too much with it, and they took those seeds and they decided to grow another round of it.
Just to see, you know.
Just to see. They had the seeds and they said whatever, and it turns out when it came time to trim, right, they were already impressed with how frosty it was, but when it came time to trim, they said it was a trimmer's worst nightmare. As a trimmer, it was the worst strain you ever wanted to trim because they said it just glued your scissors together. And
so you were constantly like...
Yeah, you were constantly just clicking it back open and trying to fucking trim this fucking weed. And I guess the final straw... So that was already happening through the process of them trimming it. But then Josey Wales, in the process of helping them trim, gets a phone call. And he picks up his phone and he answers it, right? But then he couldn't put it down. It was stuck to his hand. He couldn't get it off of his hand from trimming so much. And that's it made him think of the Gorilla Glue commercial, and that's how they came up with the name. So I thought that was super interesting. One, just how it was named. Because it just fucking kept... it was so trichummy and so frosty that everything just stuck together.
To be fair, Gorilla Glue usually looks...
gold,
frosty AF.
Yeah, and it's in my personal, like from what I've seen myself, is it's usually because I usually see like that gold yellow trichome or that bright white, and for me,
that bright white is what I was thinking.
Really?
Usually I feel like I always see that bright white
for sure. Either way, it's fucking frosty every fucking time. I thought it was kind of cool to find out how it got its name, but recently, in the last couple of weeks, too, there's been a few developments in terms of, one, on Leafly, the most searched and request strain has, for years, since basically Leafly became a thing, was Blue Dream, right? I mean, that's probably one of the most popular, well-known strains of cannabis, fucking, like, in general. But Gorilla Glue has actually overtaken as the most popular searched for strain on Leafly, and it become the most popular strain in America, at least right now.
That's so weird to me.
Right.
Of all the things, especially considering like it's not my favorite strain either.
So here's potentially why. Well, I don't think it's why, because I guess they said that the rise of Gorilla Glue has been steady and it's been kind of leading up to this point. But Josey Wales, unfortunately, in the last couple of weeks did pass away. The original cultivator, but you know. I thought it was super interesting. He was about 63 when they got this cross in 2015.
Oh, okay. So
he was older. Yeah, he was an older gentleman.
He was already an older guy.
So to come out with, first of all, that's crazy in itself. Be 63 and come up with one of the most.
Dude, he's probably doing it for a long time.
Sought after.
He's probably growing his whole fucking life.
The fact that he has his he has a moniker. You know, I mean, a lot of the old school breeders, you know, I guess have one, but
they kind of had to.
For sure. But I mean, that's how you know
he
comes from the era.
Last name,
that's what I'm saying.
What I mean?
Whereas like we do it as more of like a statement for legalization, where we're not afraid. You know what I mean? But they had to do that stuff, and it just shows where, you know, him and that background really came from, and is a true testament, in my opinion, to just the lineage of that strain, you know.
For sure. I feel that.
Just cool. And it was grown, and that was the other thing. It was all here in Nevada, I can't remember where they originally like cultivated it, but Nevada is the main place where you can get Gorilla Glue strains. Their company GG, which is now not called Gorilla Glue, it's called Get Glued, but still their company is based out of Nevada and they grow all their stuff here. And
I did not know that.
They sold cease and desist orders to because they what's the word, patented it. They're like one of the first patents for cannabis, and is Gorilla Glue. And so they sent cease and desist to Colorado and Washington and stuff, and now Nevada's going to be like the main place where you can get Gorilla Glue strains and things like that. But the name they had a lot of trademark issues with, obviously, just because of the other company, right? So that was a huge thing for a long, long time. But recently,
so how the fuck did they get away with that then?
So eventually what ended up happening is, as Josey Wales is trying to, become legitimate with all this and get credit and set up his lineage and things, the Gorilla Glue company hit them up and was like, well, what the fuck? And they had talks and meetings and stuff about all of it.
Right.
And long story short, eventually Josey Wales and his partner came to the agreement that, like, that they weren't gonna, keep the Gorilla Glue in the name. They were definitely gonna keep the glue. There's a balloon outside that Riku's just freaking out about.
Why? You don't like balloons?
He doesn't know what it is, and it's got dicks all over it. Why you got a balloon with dicks all over it in your front yard, Nick?
Oh, you know.
Fucking.
Don't judge me. You over here fucking judging me or what?
Fucking.
Maybe it was for me, maybe it wasn't. You don't know.
So now, legally, so Gorilla Glue number 4 was the cut. The
GG4, that makes sense. I've seen that.
Right, that's what you normally see. Gorilla Glue number 4. They also have Gorilla Glue. They do a Gorilla Glue number 2 and a a couple other ones. They're coming out with more. Is essentially what I'm trying to get at, but. After talks with the Gorilla Glue company, they changed their company name. They're going to keep the GG, but it's going to be Get Glued. So that's the new name instead of Gorilla Glue.
Gotcha.
And GG number 4 is Original Glue. That's supposed to be legally what they're all supposed to change the name to, and anyone that sells that cut is supposed to change their name to. So you'll see Gorilla Glue go away. The Gorilla Glue era is fading, and now it's Original Glue or Glue Sister or things like that.
Right.
But just kind of interesting. I didn't know it was in Nevada, and that just blew my mind. It's a kind of a big
idea that was a Nevada thing.
Yeah, and kind of a big story too, And it's cool to.
I didn't realize that Nevada was home to really any
sort of
shit like
original
strain type of fucking.
Oh god.
I didn't think Nevada was a hub of marijuana really in any way until Vegas became recreational.
Yeah, no, I would agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I had
that to me was
110.
What put Nevada. What I thought is what would have put Nevada on the weed map was the tourism of Vegas. I couldn't imagine. I wouldn't have imagined until you told me that this was like the original place for Gorilla Glue.
I forgot we can play music during the podcast now.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but I didn't want
to. My bad. So shout out to E-Money and Catalyst on Instagram. He's known as Catalyst Bars, and What Up Avi, because they all gave us permission and they're killer artists to play their music on our podcast. So we'll have some music playing in the background. I'm super pumped about that.
Killer artists. Super, I can't even
pumped.
believe it.
Gonna start off with a little song by E-Money and.
Major shout out for the support, y'all.
Yeah,
super appreciate it. We love y'all's music, love repping it, and like the vibe it gives for the podcast.
Hella good vibes, dude. Hella good vibes. Definitely super happy about it. But yeah, man. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to the story. But there was a few things I found super interesting. Just the fact that they actually trademarked their strain too, which I think is cool. He was able to do before he died. He'll always have that credit.
Right.
And they actually have released his real name, but his family even requested, and I guess friends, that he be remembered as Josey Wales, because to everyone, that was who he was in that side of things. He was only his real name to his family, his close family, and he just and then they wanted to keep that lineage or that history to it, and I thought that was really cool too. So I'm not even going to tell you guys his real name. We're just he'll always be Josey Wales, in my opinion, for sure. So shout out to a legend and RIP for sure, and thanks for doing what you did, Josey, because it's a fire strain. I'm actually a huge fan of it. It's just I'm excited to see more of it, I guess is what I'm getting at, because I think it's going to turn into a much bigger thing than it's ever been.
It definitely fucking could.
Yeah.
I mean, something I think just happens to go just because we were talking about it, and I feel like it kind of matches with the whole like from Nevada vibe and blah blah blah. This like the original places.
Right.
Is I think it's weird that we just all of a sudden got cookies in Nevada.
Right.
Isn't that just random? That's so random to me.
I thought the whole thing
it was the Bay Area. I thought that was like the whole point.
I thought me too. Or at least Cali in general. Like I thought, because if you guys don't know, cannabis has to stay within your state, can't move across lines, and that goes for companies. So if the company doesn't have a license in that state, they can't sell within that state.
Right.
So I didn't think cookies had a Nevada license. I thought that was just the whole thing.
So they do and they don't. I think is how it works. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think they
I did something dumb.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
You just let it burn and didn't even take it? You're terrible. I mean, I don't care. I was just, you know what I mean? But I thought you meant you like broke the Puffco or something. I was about to cry. But I think it's crazy. I don't think that... So, Cookies doesn't have like a grow here necessarily. You know what I'm saying? I think Tahoe Hydro in Carson City is contracted to grow for them. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm thinking is that they got a contract with Cookies to get some of their clones, and they're growing cookie strains, or to get their seeds or whatever. I guess it would have to be seeds because you couldn't take the clones across. So you probably got seeds from them, which I think is fucking awesome. Or who knows? Maybe it's really common, and I'm not saying that anyone does this, but I'm just saying maybe it's really common loophole for them to just like bring a plant over and say that it was gifted to them or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that works. I'm just, you know what I mean, throwing out. But they essentially, I'm pretty sure somebody else is got a hold of their genetics is what's happening. And then
that makes sense.
You know what I mean? Because I don't think they have a grow in Nevada.
Right.
And the only reason that I even mentioned Tahoe Hydro is because they are also pretty decently sized in Northern California.
Oh, okay.
That's the only other reason why I would think that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I definitely get what you're saying there.
Like, they're way bigger than they are here. Like, way bigger than they are here. But yeah, I think it's super, super random that just out of nowhere we end up with cookie strains in Nevada. I mean, like, there was like no talk of it. I never heard a single word. I never read an article or seen a post on Facebook. I mean, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I just walk out to the sales floor one day and I look at on the side in the flower drawer and there's a bunch of cookies boxes. Yeah. And I literally had to question it. I had to be like, "Is that cookies?"
Like
because I know what cookies the brand logo looks like, and it was like, all over the box.
It's unmistakable.
That's what I'm saying. But I still was so confused that it was in Nevada that I had to ask. I'm like, "Is that like cookies?
Like we got cookies?
Like from the Bay Area? Like
burner?
Like burner cookies?
Like burner
You know what I'm
cookies?
saying? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And then they finally popped open the box, and I pulled one out, and it says cookies on the label.
It's
one of the cookies brand.
Just a kind of quick thing on that too. Then, like, with them, I think Logic's even involved in that. Do you know Logic? Isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's Burner and Logic's brand.
I didn't know
Isn't
that it was Logic.
Maybe I'm fucking way off base. I mean, I know it's at least Burner's brand.
It's definitely at least Burners. I have no idea.
I thought he had some kind of partnership.
He might. There, but he may have bought in or something.
Well, honestly. And I'm pretty sure. So this is interesting too, and I don't know if you even knew this, but Burner and Be Real from Cypress Hill I figured. They just released a new album together.
I did not know that.
Oh, you didn't?
I did not know
that.
that.
Yeah, they have a whole, I want to say it's 12 tracks.
That's kind of dope.
They have a 12-track album. Yeah, it's great smoking music.
I was just going to say, I feel like it's just...
It's what you
It's going to be a lot like Cypress Hill kind of music.
It's
you know
very Cypress Hilly, but
That's
with
awesome.
the burner kind of newer gangster rap kind of kick to it. But and I do really like it.
That's crazy.
So I'm wondering, and Be Real, of course, is a longtime breeder and grower, so I think they're probably doing some cannabis collabs together too.
I would imagine for sure.
That's pretty cool to keep a eye out for, and I'll try to get some more information on that. Maybe get an update. See if maybe we can get permission to play that album on here too. That'd be cool.
Yeah, we should also grab some cookies.
Yeah. One of these days we'll do a cookie smoke out for sure.
We'll do a cookie smoke out and get permission to play music.
That'd be dope.
That'd be a dope episode. Just saying.
That'd be a dope
Blow through an album
of them.
Yeah, we'll see if we can make that happen. No idea if it will, but fucking.
It's surprising who actually hits us back up sometimes. I gotta say, when we do our outreach and stuff, it's pretty exciting sometimes just to even the no's we get back. Just the fact that some people have taken the time to tell me no. I'm I appreciate that because they could have easily just ghosted us,
forever. Yeah,
I would have never even thought anything of it. Really, I'd be all right, I kind of expected that.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
They at least had to, respect to say no. So that's cool. The next thing I kind of wanted to talk about is the consultations.
Oh yeah, it's a good time to talk about that for sure. We can talk about that.
Coming up here, All Funk No Bunk is going to start doing.
Essentially, it's online bud tending.
Online bud tending, yeah. We are going to do
virtual bud tending.
Virtual bud tending, because times right now, as people who work in the industry, right, and are out there doing it, there's literally no way for us to bud tend for you. At work, we cannot do it, and we know how hard
we're not allowed.
We're just
by law.
Literally,
we are not. We can't bud tend. You're not allowed. Like the regulations say, no in-store shopping.
Shopping, you can come in and purchase. But that you can't look.
You can come in and pick up an order, is what he means. Something that you have already shopped for online, but you can't come into the store and spend time shopping for what you want because you're not sure what you want yet.
Sorry, it's just as true.
That's just the regulations they gave us. It's not that we want it that way. I'd rather go back to bud tending. I have no problem with bud tending. I'd love for y'all to be able to come in and bud tend. So
reality is
that's how we are right now.
Reality is
we're stuck.
Yeah.
So.
And we recently had a close friend to the podcast hit us up too and just kind of ask us a few questions and it didn't take too long and we were able to give him some quick advice.
Some good advice, yeah.
That we feel
hopefully help some people out. You know what I mean?
Same
thing we do every day.
Yeah,
same thing
exactly.
We do every day.
And we really just felt like we could kind of give back, so we're going to start. I would call it for now a
cannabis consulting
business or cannabis bud tending business, where if you guys want to shoot us an email at allfunknobunk@gmail.com and give us kind of a nice
I mean, it would be preferable if the more time you give us to prepare for your appointment, the better. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to get people to give us at least 5 days ahead of notice for their appointment, or a week would be preferable. You know what I'm saying? And it is kind of a long time, you know what I mean, to schedule out ahead, but in reality it's it's only 1 week, and the more time you give us to research products in your area and what things are made of and how they're made and stuff like that, the better. Because if you're asking us what to buy from where we work, the store we work in, that's going to be super easy. I can tell you that off the top of my head. But if you are calling from Maryland as a medical patient, I may not know every brand that you sell inside of your store. So the more information you give us, the better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the more time you give us to prepare so that we can go on and make sure that we have, good knowledge of the entire menu at your local dispensary and stuff like that.
And I think the big thing with that too is just you gotta just decide kind of what you want from us too. If
Exactly,
if you're out of state, it's gonna be harder to do certain things, but we can still look up your dispensary and, for the most part, get a general idea of terpenes.
I might even be able to call and
yeah, which
I might even be able. That's what I'm saying. If you give us some time, we can do some research and make sure we're prepared for you.
If you need something that's like fairly quick, we'll still try and do some of those, like maybe a day out or something like that. But
if you just have a couple questions that are generally about cannabis, like what are terpenes or what.
But if you need like a real in-depth,
but if you need like a product recommendation, and you know what I'm saying, and you have like a very serious ailment with you,
right?
And there isn't a lot of research on cannabis, and you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to give us a little more time to do research specifically on that one topic in your one location.
Right.
That's all.
Right. Yeah. So just how did we want to set that up? Hold on. Let me.
So our email.
Yes. One more time.
All funk no bunk. No spaces, no nothing. Just
all
one word. All funk no bunk. Written out. At gmail.com.
And just
Gmail, not Yahoo.
Gmail.com. Let us know where you're located, and especially, guys, if you're in Nevada and you know people in Nevada, please shout them out. We can do those real quick. It's a lot easier for us. Obviously, we're in that market zone essentially.
Yeah, so and we'll have a lot better of idea of what products are being sold and stuff like that.
Those people, please hit us up quickly and spread the word. We'd be happy to help anybody out, old, young, whatever it is. So, but let us know where you're located. Let me know the times that you're kind of available, because we're gonna have to try and be flexible. We're gonna do this as much as we can, depending on demand, really, and who hits us up.
Yeah, exactly.
But let us know what time works for you, and then we'll see if we can accommodate that, or let you know the time nearest to that.
We'll work out a time. Give us, if you have 3 days off or something, give us those 3 days or times available after work or something. Let us know when you're available and when you might want to do it, and then we'll get together through email and we'll make sure that we can accommodate you and get you in when best suits everyone.
Yeah, and essentially then we'll hop in a Zoom call and we'll go over everything together, and we'll try to make sure we have the capabilities to look up your dispensary or someone near you, whatever it is, you know what I mean, and help you out, answer all your questions. But they will be charged by time, because we are gonna ask for cash for our time on this, and we'll offer 5, 10, and 20-minute consultations. The 5 minutes will just be $5 for 10 minutes.
Super simple.
Yep.
Like we said, you've been to your local dispensary, they have 2 products, already know what's in them, and you're wondering which one might be best for you and your specific ailment or something that we can, you already have lots of information on it, and you just need a recommendation or a little bit of help with one aspect, and it's only going to take a couple minutes. It's super easy.
Just like a quick
$5, 5 minutes,
yeah,
done, in and out, easy peasy. It doesn't cost much, and you can get a good recommendation on what might help you.
Yeah. And then for 10 minutes, we're going to do like a $12 donation. We're going to do all this through Venmo,
or PayPal
or something like that.
Whatever we can make work for you. No, either way. Whatever we can make work for y'all.
But and that'll be kind of more of like your regular consultation, in my opinion, where you have a specific question, you're looking for some sleep, they may be out of what you normally buy at your dispensary, and you're kind of looking for another recommendation that works.
Or maybe you're a sort of a beginner, and not a first time ever user, but maybe you haven't ever really tried edibles before or something, and you're just curious about the effects and how long they're going to be there, and and which edible in your dispensary might help you the most, depending. Something like that. That'd be an easy 10-minute.
What are the key things to know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Easy. We can pound that out in 10 minutes. Super easy. No big deal.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a 20-minute option.
Yes.
And that one's going to be more for you need you have a very specific ailment, you have very specific allergies, nothing about what you're looking for, and you live in a different state.
Yeah, and you want plenty of time to talk to us and make sure that
you completely understand.
Right.
Bring a notebook if you want to write things down.
Highly recommend
what
that.
I'm saying? Things
Always
like that.
that.
Yeah, absolutely. Take notes. Make sure, you know what I mean? And then also, the more, just throwing this out there, the more prepared you guys are for this, the more
more we can help.
The more we can help you.
Because it is going to be based on time.
If you have allergies or something, make sure that you can, you have a list of maybe ingredients for the specific chocolate bar you're thinking about trying or something. Because if you have that ingredients list for me already, and it's, that's something we could, I can help you with something like that in minutes. You know what I mean? Then you don't need a 20-minute consultation. You just need a 5-minute, because it's just a simple yes or no. Is this going to affect with this?
Right, exactly. And just like maybe a terpene or two that you don't like, or some people are allergic to specific terpenes. That's I've seen that before too. So that kind of information is always super helpful and things. We wanna help. We know it's hard right now and
things are difficult, and we just want to be there for y'all. And I know that it sucks. We see people come in every day that want help with their order, but we're not really allowed to help them. And so we feel stuck in this kind of shitty place where we want to help people, but we're not allowed. So.
Yeah. And we're both very knowledgeable in CBD and RSO also.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely know a ton about all that, yeah. So if you're having any trouble with cancer or anything like that, do not be afraid to reach out. Yes. We have plenty of experience with, helping people with that and stuff.
I've helped.
That's what I'm saying. Plenty of experience with that kind of stuff.
Cancer patients at this point, and I've seen all the way from the good and the bad.
From the full spectrum. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because everyone needs something different, and depending on where you're at in your journey, and you know what I mean. How far in you are and what you're looking for.
So we can help in I believe just about every aspect.
Almost everything. We should be able to help in almost
state laws are and probably the one thing that
if you like I said, give us enough information in your email, I won't be dishonest with you either. If there really is something that you have that I've never heard of, and I have no absolute clue, and then I go and research and I can't find an answer for you, I will be honest and I'll tell you that I can't help you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really sorry if I can't help you, but I just want you to know that we're not gonna just bullshit you guys and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's very important to me that we actually help you people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if I don't have good advice for you, I'm not going to give you shitty advice.
Facts.
So, you know what I mean?
And we will try to work with people. We are asking for money, but we're doing it to help also. We don't ever want to lose focus of that.
And
either.
I also want to throw in too, because I feel like people think of, asking money for that in the wrong type of way. It's, by no means will any of those dollars be going into cheeseburgers or beers in my stomach or anything like that. Those dollars are all going to be put back into All Funk No Bunk.
Absolutely.
So that we can continue to do things like this for you people. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that we have the equipment and the things we need
and can do more
and to actually help you guys. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's literally. All of it's going to be its own separate fund just for this and stuff. So
100%.
It's. Keep in mind, this is all to help. We only ask for money so that we can continue to help you guys.
And
it's not to
if the 5 minutes goes to 6 or 7, and we haven't finished a thought, we won't charge you any extra, it's just, or anything crazy like that. But, when we start hitting, more past that, it's like, okay, we just have to be realistic with our time too, and
exactly.
It's just the way it is, but we are here to help. Please spread the word.
And plus,
let everybody know.
Don't get upset with us if we have to cut you off on a consultation for some reason. For all you know, we might have another appointment that we have scheduled.
Right.
So it has nothing to do with, screw you, we don't want to help. It's been your 10 minutes, leave us alone. And it may just be that we have other things that we truly need to, other people that we need to help,
right,
or things in our own personal lives that really need to be done. Everyone's time is important, and we really, you know what I mean?
Balance, yeah. And And we've talked about trying to be very conscious of that too, just so you know, because like when you start getting towards the end of your time or whatever, we'll kind of bring it up.
Yeah, we've talked about this a decent amount and stuff, and we want to make sure that we're letting you know what time we're at. We'll be clear.
Ask finishing questions.
Yeah, we'll be clear at the beginning what time we've started and stuff like that, so that there's no confusion. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we'll make sure everyone's on the same page about it. Yeah. We don't want no surprises like we were in the middle of something very important. We were actually laughing earlier because we were like, you know what I mean? We told you, 40 things about this product or whatever. You're 20 minutes in. You're 19 minutes and 50 seconds in. And I've told you a bunch of things that are great about this product. Like this, it does that. It's good for you in this way, that way, this way. And then you're at 1950 and I'm like, the only thing you have to remember is just never. And then it just like cuts black. Like, 20 minutes is up. Sorry. We'll figure it out yourself. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's not going to be like that at all. You know what I mean? We want to help you guys, but also try to be respectful of our time and stuff, because we do have things to do as well. You know what I mean? Just like everyone else. So.
We're busy.
Just like everyone else. Exactly. Yeah, everyone's busy. They have their own things. Yeah.
Because we'll probably be doing this randomly in our free time. Like
that's why
I might have a half hour, in the morning or something where I've already taken
on
the
your
dog
day
out
off or something, and we can sit down and talk to you.
And I can do this, but we're gonna try and make that time available where we can for you guys.
Hell yeah.
Whew. I think that's everything this week, man. That's good.
Everything we wanted to cover?
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
so.
I feel it.
It's a good little week. I'm happy. I'm excited though. I think we're both really excited about this idea. I think we're both happy to be helping people again. Honestly, we've been stuck doing other bullshit because of coronavirus and stuff for the past 2 months. I just got to give a little shout out to Tiff because she was really the inspiration behind this. Great person, Tiff English, and she had hit us up about a question for a friend, and we had responded back to that, and it was nice to. That one thing, just to see help someone in that way was so nice and got us so excited. So we were really excited to roll this out and start going down that road.
Actually start helping people again. That's what I'm saying. Because of everything that's going on, I don't feel like I'm helping people anymore. I'm just delivering weed or something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not the same. I want to go back to helping people. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to make it happen.
Almost forgot. Please, fucking Nevada Normal, guys, is giving out money.
Yeah. Jeez.
Giving it out for filling out an application. So we got $25,000 from the Giving Tree. And essentially, if you have a medical marijuana card, or if you have an agent card, essentially, if you work in the cannabis industry, you are available to do this if you have been furloughed or laid off between, I believe it was like May 14th to like May 30th or something like that, or a longer period, when most people got laid off. So all you have to do is fill out this application and you get $250. They're giving it out. They're just giving it out.
So if you have been affected,
and
you are a medical patient or industry worker, you are eligible.
Yes. Please, guys, please.
It's there to help.
It's been a week and we do not have a lot of applications, so there's tons and tons of money to be sent out still, so we'd love.
And we know there's people that's been affected.
Oh my God.
I know people personally that have been affected by this. So
the 30 solid, consistent people that listen to our podcast, please to let everyone
let your friends know. Yeah, if you know somebody that works in the industry or is a medical marijuana patient with their state card and they have been affected by this coronavirus and have been laid off or fired from their job because of it.
Yep.
There is help for you.
There is help. I mean, it's $250.
It's not a lot, but I mean, it's literally free.
That's groceries for a week.
That's what I'm saying. That is literally
that's
groceries for a week for a family of 4.
Mm-hmm.
You can literally feed your family.
So guys, please, Nevada Normal, check it out. Go look it up. It's really not that hard. So free money. But that wraps it up for another week, guys. All funk, no bunk. Have a great one.
Deuces, y'all.
Deuces. Oh, like and subscribe. And then you'll see us Thursday on WeedTube, Friday on fucking YouTube and everything else.
Deuces, y'all. coming soon. Without a doubt.